This weekend, I awakened to the fact that I have been a profoundly judgmental person. I mean, just judging everything around me, judging people, judging their movements, judging the world, judging the state of the earth, judging myself. I've awakened to the fact that I've been profoundly judgmental, and I am asking myself, where does this judgment come from? If we are pure love, why do I have judgment? And the revelation was, as you go along your path, the ego is strengthened. It builds a personality by finding ways to protect itself in the world. So it's a scarcity-based idea that says, in order to develop this identity, I must protect myself. And so when you grow up in an environment where you may have the wrong color shoelaces in, you might like red and they like blue, I think an environment like that is going to cause you to judge, because you're now needing to be able to ascertain your environment. You're needing to be able to know what's going on around you so that you can make appropriate changes. You can stay, you can leave, you can fight, you can flight. In your formative years, for me, that's where that judgment starts to grow. So if you grew up in the darkness, if you grew up in unconsciousness, then there will be a level of judgment, because in that space, that's the way you found how to navigate it. You had to come to a decision some kind of way, and that's how you did it. And so you did it for so long in your life that it became hardwired as to how you judge things that are happening around you. But when you take that concept into the light, you realize that you're no longer in survival anymore. You're now in thriving. And so in thriving, judgment takes on a whole different shape. Judgment now becomes discernment, because you realize that we live in a world of polarity. Everything is being created out of the darkness. So without the darkness, you can't have the light. The key is being stable in that polarity, to be the witness of the polarity, as opposed to being emotionally invested in the polarity. To understand that the world is operating for you to have this realization. Take that in. And so when you can be in this stable place, you now are transmuting judgment into discernment, and also judgment into compassion, because you realize that the darkness is just a level of being uninformed, that you are the creator of your experience. In the darkness, you feel like you're the happenings of your experience. Why is this happening to me? I have to protect myself from what's happening to me. But in the light, we're in choice, and we know that we can choose to go down that street. We can choose to engage with that person. We can choose to engage with that thought. I feel very liberated by this realization, and now we can start taking off that garment. It's summertime out here, and I got on a sweater. It's just not comfortable anymore. You can't be reborn until you're willing to die. And so we're talking about dying to the self. Dying each and every day. Inviting in the new realizations to experience the new evolution of who you are. I hope that helps someone. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Camden Fells. Talk to you soon.